Hi friends, welcome to Aishusdiy. In this necklace, somehow when I was making this necklace, I forgot to add the video at the end how I finished this necklace. This wrap and then this sliding knot. So the sliding knot, I'm going to do it right now here so that you know how to finish this. I added a seed bead at the end of these cords so that it doesn't come off, and then I made a sliding knot. Sliding knot is just square knots with some extra cord. So I am just going to snip off about 10 inch of cord. We don't need more, but 10 inches should be plenty for our sliding knot. So here we go. I am going to do a sliding knot for this bracelet. I have a 10-inch Chinese knotting cord and I'm gonna do the Q. Bring it over top and bring it underneath all the cords and then pull through. That's half of the knot, and now we will do the Q and then bring it underneath through the loop and then pull. That's a square knot. So you can also hold it, you can also tape this on your table and do it, or you can hold it in your hands and do it like how I am doing it. Making sure all the cords are in the straight line and not twisted or something like that. Hi friends, I have some painter's tape. It's easy if you tape this to your surface and then do it. I used a painter's tape and then do your knots. So there we go. My piece. Come through the loop and then tighten. So the number of knots that you can put is not necessarily has to be the same. You can put 1 or 2 knots as well, but generally I would like to do at least 3 or 4 knots. It's just my opinion, but 2 knots is also enough. So but I really like to do a little bit more. That's why I took 10 inches of cord. So at any given point of time, for example, if you are working with it and you're leaving your project, putting it down and had to do some urgent work and come back, do you know how we can know where we are? So there is a small bump right here. So that's the side we need to make our loop like that. So we will know for sure which side it is. I will show you guys a close-up once I'm done with this. So take my painter's tape off. I really like painter's tape a lot because it's a lot more useful, as you can see here. So in the knot, can you see the bump? So if you see the bump in the last knot, then you'll have to make a loop right here. So if the bump is on the other side, you will make the loop on the other side. That's how you will know exactly where you left it. So now that I have this, Now I can snip off these cords and burn them so that it's nice and secure. Cut it about here. Take your lighter. Do the same the other end. And we have our sliding knot just like that. So here we go. That's our bracelet. All we can do is put it in the hand, try it out. So here we go. I really like it, this knotted bracelet. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos almost every day. It comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks so much for watching. And one more thing, I did the same knot for this necklace. For this lotus necklace, I did the same knot here. But about this wrap, I will tell you guys, you can actually do a overhand knot here after the after this knots. You can do an overhand knot with this cord and then continue doing the sliding knot. But I have did a wrap here, like how we do a silk wrap. That's what I did here. So I will show you guys how to do that wrap as well. And about the neck, about the hangings in the lotus charm, it's very simple. I'll show you guys how to do that right now with a different charm. I don't have a similar lotus charm because it came in the bead subscription box. So I have another piece that I will show you guys how to do this. So somehow the video that I took for how to make this pendant was deleted by mistake. So I don't have a similar charm. I'm gonna show you guys how to make like this tassel with this charm. Okay, and all we need is the cord that I'm going to use the same cord that I used for this necklace, just like that. So you need bits and pieces of this cord. You don't need to cut a lot. Whichever you are using it already with, you can use that. I used the cord that I had a little bit left over. So you need to take about, say, it's no big deal, take about 8 centimeter, double it up, and then cut about 16 centimeter of the Chinese knotting cord. You need your lighter tool to burn the ends because you are going to add beads to it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take these two cords, okay, insert it into here. There is three bottom, there is three holes. So here in this charm, I'm doing it in the center one, bringing both the cords in the loop and pulling it through. This is a lockset knot. I'm securing the lockset knot with an overhand knot. Otherwise, it's going to come off all the time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do an overhand knot. Make sure the overhand knot is right next to the lockset knot. So I'm just bringing it all the way up and then delivering the knot there. So that's how it is. Now you can hide this with the bead. That's what I did here. I added this golden bead and then I hid this awful knot between the golden bead, and then again I knotted it. So I'll do the same here. Take the golden bead. It has a big hole. You can take any big hole beads you want. and add it like that, and then do an overhand knot. You can add as many tassels as you want. I take a head pin, put it over there, and then make sure the knot is right next to it, and then I go ahead and tighten the knot. There we go. We added that. So then I added this and these. So I have the same beads left over, and I'm going to use some seed beads. These are 8 Picasso seed beads that I'm using. You can use any beads you want. You can use metallic beads or whichever beads you have available. So I put one seed bead, okay, one of this triangle bead in here, and then a seed bead. But we have to burn this end a little bit more to get the triangle bead inside. Let's try. It's a bit sticky, but I think I did it with this. Let's see if it goes through this now. Cut it at an angle. Oops, I cut the entire thing. But let's see. There we go. So before that, I need to add a seed bead, and then the triangle bead, and then a seed bead, and then what I did was I took this cord, then took this cord, took it on top of the same thing, and then made a knot, just like so. Okay, one knot is not enough, so I go ahead and do it one more time. Use your pliers if you want to, because it's short, and then pull the knot down. And then snip it off, and we can burn the ends once we did all the other ones. So one is there, and then in the next I added these. So I am going to add a different one here. Let's see if I can do that. A pink. Or a purple like this. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm gonna add this purple bead if it goes through properly. Yep, it did. Then add a small Picasso seed bead, because I really want to bring that contrast to this tassel, because the cord is also brown, it's dark, and then your purple bead is also dark, so it will make it dark. So adding a small seed bead there matters. Now this is, so I like my tassel in a different variegated length, so that's why I did this short and this long. And then we will do one more right here. So I have this much, so I'm not going to make it short. I'm just going to keep it long as well. So insert these 2 cords in here. And bring those 2 cords inside this loop that you created. Pull the cords through, making a lark's knot. Then going ahead and making one more big knot right there, overhand knot. This one is, so that your lark's knot doesn't come out of. There we go. So now we are ready to attach this tassel right here and this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going, see here I have added a metallic golden bead. That's this. I added a small one there, but I'm gonna add a big one here. Gonna add a purple bead and this one right here, and also some seed beads. That should be good. I have to burn the ends to actually put the beads inside. There we go. So in one cord I put 8 or 6 because of seed beads. I need to burn this more. That created a long tail. We don't need this. Let's try this. There we go. That is easy now. Make sure you don't burn your hands, which I do quite often, as you can see. So I added these beads, and then the length is totally up to you. So here I added these 2 very shortly because this pendant is kind of small for this proportion is good, but in this, if you want a little bit bigger proportion, you can do that. Make an overhand knot, but before doing the overhand knot, make sure it's on top of these. See this? I don't want it longer because I'm doing one more on that side, so I just put a knot there. So in this, I'm gonna add a seed bead. Burn the ends if you want to. Seed bead, a metallic bead. This is from bbcraft.com. I'm not getting paid or something. It's not an affiliation, but I'm just mentioning where I got these from. And this one right here. So I want this to be even more shorter than this one right there. So I'm going to make a knot right here. Do an overhand knot, put it through. Before tightening it up, make sure it's on the top. It's shorter than the purple one. I kind of like that. And then we need to do one more. So I'll cut in again about, say, like 8 inches or so minimum. so that we can knot it peacefully. And then I have to snip this off. So that it's not very confusing. I have to burn the ends to seal it, but I'm snipping that off. And so for these two as well. One more tassel. This is the front. Take the 2 cords, burn the ends, put it through this loop right here, and put these 2 cords in between this loop. That's a lock set knot, and pull through. So we have our lock set knot in place. Now we do an overhand knot with these 2 cords. Bring it around your index finger and bring the 2 cords inside. Make sure this knot is right next to the lock set knot, and that way. So here I added the stagger bead and then seed beads, and I did exactly the same like this, but I'm gonna do slightly different here. So in this I'm gonna add this purple bead, and then this, I'm gonna add a purple bead and a seed bead. For the seed bead, the tip of the cord really needs to be very sharp. Like, you have to burn it nicely so to make a thread or something like that. See, a small thread, then only it goes through very smoothly. But if you are using 8 seed beads, that's totally fine. And then the length where I'm going to make a knot, it's definitely going to be lesser than this, shorter than that is what I meant. Then put an overhand knot. So when you do the overhand knot, don't tighten it first, just make it loose and bring everything down here. Then take a head pin, put it inside and deliver the knot where we want it to be. There we go. I like that. So it's definitely shorter than this. And then take this cord, add this bead. I have the 6mm blue color bead, and before that I want to add a seed bead. And this bead, you can add any beads you have in your stash. Doesn't have to be the same that I'm adding. It is just my so I want to check the length again. Over here should be good, I guess. Right there I'm doing a knot, overhand knot. Use your pliers if you have to, and deliver the knot there. And now the time is to snip it off, then burn the ends. You should have a good scissors, which I don't have it right now. but take it, burn it, and then give it a squish with your lighter. There we go. There we go. Making sure you did everywhere. And then now our pendant is ready. It is the same as this. Because I deleted the video, I made one more. I hope you guys find this useful. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.